much are you looking forward to getting back in there?
Oh, it's exciting, just being able to get back on the court, get back to work, and be back out there with my teammates and the coaching staff. It's super exciting for me. I hate being injured. I was injured most of all the playoffs my second year, so to get back out there with my team and to compete, that's all I'm looking forward to doing.
It sounded like you would have had a role regardless, but now with OG out, do you see that there's sort of that window of opportunity there for you to step in and have a significant role in the rotation when you are able to get back in there?
Yeah, definitely. But for me, it's all a mindset. Whatever the coaches see fit for me, where they want to place me on the floor, if they want to play me, if they don't, but just me attacking, practices and workouts as if, just being ready and staying ready. That's my mindset, anytime I step on the floor. So when the opportunity presents itself, I'll be ready.
Watching from the bench the first couple games, where do you see yourself sort of fitting in and helping on either end of the ball?
For me, just bringing energy and just giving 100% every time I step on the floor. That's my mindset on both ends of the floor, and just making the right basketball play. But just defensively, getting out and bothering everybody from DJ to Fournier and Terrence Ross, just helping the team, any way I can. So I'm excited. So.
How does the playoff mindset of this team compare to what you experienced in Warriors?
It's the same. It's the same type of mentality. We have one goal in mind, and that's making it to the NBA Finals. And you can feel it within the coaching staff and the players. The mentality and the mindset. Coming into shoot-arounds and practices and films. Guys want it. So that's the mindset, and that's what we're going to do.
From what you've seen so far, as good as the team's been defensively in the games, can you guys be better?
Oh, most definitely. Game 2 showed that. What they scored, like 70, 73 points, 75 points, or something like that. We can be a terror on defense, and all it takes is us just giving the maximum effort from 1 through 5. So, if we're doing that, it's going to be hard to beat us.
Does it feel like the team has really gelled? Like last night sort of demonstrated that. Everybody's playing at the top of their game, giving it their all. There are no injuries. It's sort of the team that you always wanted, right?
Yeah, exactly. And, a great group of guys who, all had the same mindset, like I said, and all want each other to do great on the floor. And it's exciting just knowing that, Kawhi and guys like Kyle want you to be just as good as them. So it's always fun having teammates who bring that same passion and energy to the game. And it makes it that much easier to go out there and play and compete.
Last year, obviously, you missed the playoffs. This year, it looked like it was going that direction. How happy are you to be back in it, and what have the emotions been like just being back in that competition?
Obviously, very happy. That's kind of the reason you play basketball, to compete at the highest level. So having a chance to do that makes you, very happy, and it's kind of, what you like.
With a player like Cruz, as multifaceted as he is there one area you focus on, trying to push him out before everything else, or is it just continually challenging him no matter where he gets the ball?
Sorry, one more time. Go ahead. Yes, Nick. Yeah.
Is there one particular focus you go in with, or is it just completely dependent of how the possession plays out?
Is understanding, the sets the other team try to run, where he, the counters that they have, and watching, a lot of film on their team and their tendencies. We have a game plan as a team, and it's a matter of executing that game plan, and if it doesn't work a couple times, just being disciplined enough to continue to do it, and that's it.
How much have you run into not only here but internationally over the years?
I think we only played against each other once out of the NBA. When we played Montenegro on the first game of the Eurobasket a couple years ago, I think it was in Romania. That was the only time that we played against each other.
Mark, what does it mean what does it take for a team to kind of take the kind of defensive effort you had in parts of Game 1, big parts of Game 2, and sustain it? Is it more sustainable than a team that's maybe starting to click offensively?
I think, you allow your mind to kind of, want to do it, and everybody has to do it, be on the same page, and kind of lift each other up from the defensive end, and allow that to fuel your offense. I think that's where it starts, and then continue it and being consistent for 48 minutes, because it's it's a playoff. It's not like you can take a quarter off.
Does it feel like this team is starting to raise its level in that respect?
It shouldn't be any other way. It shouldn't be any other way. So yeah, you have to, especially after the first one, when you lose your home court advantage on the first game of the series, you understand that sense of urgency and a fire lit up. Yeah.
Well, obviously, I think our defense stood out last night. I think it was a total team effort, right? On the ball, off the ball, disruption on the ball, breakdowns were getting covered up quickly. Transition defense was better. And somebody asked me the other day, who are you? Well, that's who we need to be.
What have you guys been able to do defensively to neutralize
Well, we got two really good centers defensively, first of all, right? There's at times as good as it gets. So it's nice to have two guys to be able to go at him throughout the course of the game. They've played him physical. They've limited his touches. Our perimeter ball pressures limited his touches as well. We've made it hard for them to get it in there because of the ball pressure on the outside. And then when he does get it, there's been enough good individual play and good team play to make him seem uncomfortable some so far.
Broad strokes, Mark and Vucevic are sort of similar. Do you think that helps Mark in sort of making it tough for him?
Well, I think that Mark's probably played against him a lot over the course of his life, right? Those European guys tend to bang into each other a lot in the summertime in the national team. I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm assuming it is, right? From my time coaching national teams over in Europe. So he probably's played against him a lot from a young age. But again, Mark is a really good defender, right? I think he's a combination of big, tough, smart, and he's got some desire to want to stop you. All those things are pretty good ingredients for a defensive center.
He had 4 steals last night, and I think what he's done since he got here, he's a lot more handsy than he was before. Is that just a coincidence, or is that something you're kind of really encouraging?
I think it's just a coincidence.
All right. It sounded like Patrick was close yesterday. Do you anticipate having him available?
I do. I don't know that for sure, but I'm anticipating it. Yeah.
What could he offer you guys if he finds his way in?
Well, of our perimeter defenders, he ranks right up there, right? With his length, speed, again, desire to play it, both on the ball and off the ball. That is a lot to offer, right? With just he's a really, really good defender, and that can only, bolster that unit. He'll bring some energy. If there happens to be any foul trouble in any of these games, then maybe we'll have to use him then. So we're going to be happy to have him back. I really like him as a player.
Nick, what have you seen from Brad in these first 2 games? Do you need to get more out of him in that offensive role than
Yeah, well, I think kind of thought that, Doug, last night after the game a little bit, that he seemed a little maybe uneasy at the offensive end, but after going back and watching the tape, I didn't really care because he was doing such a good job on Ross defensively. Just again, working angles and physicality and riding off busting through the screens and just making Terrence have to make a lot of decisions in one possession of how to get open. So I guess I don't really care about his offense because he was so good at the other end. So, you know, obviously I think so, you know, the first night he had, what, 16? I just think some games go that way where you get open looks and some games you don't for whatever reason. And a lot of times in a playoff series, I think it seems to go back and forth because, you know, you stick out and all of a sudden they game plan for you a little differently and don't leave you as much or whatever. So I think he's an opportunity scorer anyway, Doug. I think some nights he'll get some wide open looks and some nights he won't. But again, as long as he brings that defensive presence and mindset, he's going to help us out there. Well, I think, yeah, I think, again, I keep using the same word, desire and determination. Fred's determination and desire to guard him last night was really high. And, you know, we end up with, you know, Terrence is a problem, right? So we end up with Kyle on him, Fred on him, Kawhi on him, Pascal on him. You know, we're trying to throw a bunch of different things at him so he can't. I mean, it's hard to get that guy out of rhythm. So but we're trying to.
When you have a really effective defensive game like that, do you have to think now about what they might do to change things up, or do you just roll with what you're doing and then make adjustments?
I would imagine they're extremely pissed off this morning. And I imagine they're going to be pissed off for the next 48 hours until the ball goes up. And that's playoff basketball. Can you not get too happy after a win? Can you understand how determined the team's going to be after a loss and bring the energy you need to bring?
What's Orlando doing to take away from Danny, and what can you do to?
I mean, they're long. They're getting out to him a little bit, and they're not flying by him much. You guys know the Danny Green move where he catches it and he waits and somebody flies by, then he shoots. That you don't see very often around the league, except for from Danny Green. They're not really falling for that. That's not their defensive style to run by shooters. It's part of it, but he's still.